One criticism that Resident Evil 5 receives from absolutely everyone, at least the vast majority of the fans of this game, is Sheva. And when Sheva was originally put into Resident Evil 5, when I saw it in previews and magazines at the time, wasn't too sure if I'd like her, but it turns out when the game came out, I thought she was pretty cool. I would have preferred if she wasn't left-handed. But for the most part, I really do actually like Sheva as a new character to the franchise. But I'm not talking about Sheva as a character, and I'm not talking about a design or anything like that. We're specifically talking about her being your co-op partner. Resident Evil 5 is designed around co-op, but you can also play it by yourself. And I've done this a handful of times. It's not something I do religiously. Most of the time when I'm playing Resident Evil 5, somebody is in control of Sheva or Chris, depending on how I'm doing it. But yeah, I very rarely play Rogue. That's solo playing. I'm Chris. The AI is controlling Sheva. So for this playthrough, I decided to have a bit of a revisit. I decided to have a little bit of a revisit of solo Resident Evil 5. I'm going to explain what I did with Sheva and whether you even want to attempt this yourself. Because a lot of people really do stand by the idea that if you play Resident Evil 5, you have to play it in co-op, or you just don't play it. It doesn't work solo. And after this playthrough, you know what? I disagree. I think it actually works pretty well in solo. Now, I'm not going to tell people that this is the best way to play it or anything like that. It's definitely a way to play it. So, for Chris, all I use is the pistol, I use a shotgun, and I use a sniper rifle. For Sheva, she had a machine gun throughout. I never once gave her any other gun, other than when I was picking guns up that I found that I kind of needed to take in item management and whatnot. I was giving her them, but it's like I wasn't giving her any ammo, so she couldn't do anything with that. She had all the machine gun ammo and a machine gun. That was it. I didn't give her anything else. Obviously, she's going to run around and she's going to pick stuff up. But yeah, I kind of used her as a backpack, because obviously the item management in Resident Evil 5 is pretty much non-existent. But when you do play it in solo, you get a little bit of item management you've got to work out, because you can't really carry too much. So you want to give Sheva certain items just so she's carrying it for the time being. Obviously, I did watch a little bit. I didn't want to be giving her loads of green herbs and loads of red herbs and making her combine them and waste them at the wrong point. She kind of now and again picked a herb up and now and again wasted one. But it wasn't happening enough where I was just kind of like, for fuck's sake, Sheva, like, what are you doing? It just wasn't working like that. Honestly, this playthrough, she was no worse than Ashley is in Resident Evil 4. We all know how annoying Ashley can be in Resident Evil 4. She's not the worst character to escort, but now and again she likes to headbutt bullets. She just likes to get in the way. With Sheva, she doesn't feel bullets, but the problem with Sheva is you like hitting enemies, like you'll headshot them and you're like, right, I've lined them up, now do the melee. Oh wait, Sheva's just shot him again, so I can't do my melee. It was working like that at the beginning. It was doing it quite a lot, and I was just like, why does she do that? Like, why is she set? She does have different modes though. She's got attack and she's got cover. Cover seems to put her more defensive and put her like next to you, and she doesn't seem to like run off and be an idiot. To access this, obviously all you have to do is hold circle or hold B and press up or down on the D-pad. So I put her in cover and it seemed to stop. I'm guessing by default the game's in attack mode. It is, but for the most part, Sheva honestly really wasn't that bad. I had a good time playing it here. Now, just to be clear, I also was on normal. Now, I know I've done veteran in the past solo. I don't think I've ever done professional solo. And I know it can be done, but it's like at what cost? Like, what are you doing to get through professional? So I'm not too sure if I'd ever tackle that solo personally, because professional's got some bullshit mechanics to it where it's like if you get hit, you can't actually have a first aid spray on you, or a herb or anything like that. You need to just straight away like pick them up because the animation takes too long and you die too quickly. Stuff like that's just really irritating, and I don't really like trusting the AI with that. There's just certain things you can do in Resident Evil 5 that I just, nah, I wouldn't do that solo. I mean, maybe I would for like a little extra super challenge, because I know it can be done. I've seen people do it, but honestly, Sheva's really not that bad. Now, she's definitely not perfect, but what character is? Like, let's be real here. When you've got co-op partners, they usually do something that's just like, what are you doing? Whether that's getting stuck on things, running into walls, glitching, headbutting bullets like Ashley does, just certain things like that. It's just like, I feel like you have to put up with that a little bit with co-op partners. And Sheva, although she gets a, like, she's got a bad rap, I really don't think she's that bad. She's really not that bad. She's obviously not perfect. She's good for item management, so she kind of makes the game feel a bit more Resident Evil 4, but not quite as good, obviously. Honestly, you've just got to pick the right weapons for her. Just give her a machine gun. Be careful with the herbs. Now and again, give her one, because she can be quite reliable if your health's like really low and you need something quick while you're reloading or something. But yeah, obviously I only did it on normal. I've done it on vet before. She's really not that bad, honestly. She really isn't. Alright people, what do you think about Sheva? Do you find her super annoying? Do you really wish she wasn't in it? Do you never play Resident Evil 5 solo? Let me know down below. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. But yeah people, that's all I got. I'll catch you later.